All right.
Hello.
Oh, sorry. What a great start to this episode. Everyone has already turned it off.
I did that on purpose.
Yeah. Oh, you guys are probably wondering, what is this? Just me and Andrew talking over each other this whole episode? Where the heck is Chris? Where is Chris?
Hey, it's Chris coming in live. We just recorded a different episode. They said, that, oh, hey, we should talk about Star Wars on the mic. Never seen Star Wars. Bunch of nerds. What, they got Yoda? They got Yoda?
Get out of here, dude.
Oh, is Luke your father or something?
Chris is looking right at me, hoping I respond, but he was using my microphone.
See you, Chris.
All right, see ya.
Yeah, well, that joke needs work.
Honestly, what a bad guy. Like deep down, he's just not a good person. Definitely a Sith. Am I right, everybody?
Well,
all right, so
there is some inherent problem with him never having seen Star Wars. I mean, come on. He hasn't seen a single episode.
It's starting to be more common, I think. A lot of people have been saying it to me. You know what I've been getting? Because before we even get into the episode 8, that's what we're going to talk about this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Of this episode 8 of I Need a Hobby is going to be talking about episode 8 of Star Wars. Someone earlier, maybe it was today or earlier this week, was like, "Oh, I can't do Star Wars. I just don't get all the time. Like, what? Some of them happen before, some after. Like, they're numbered. How hard is that to understand? They're literally numbered. It's the easiest thing to understand.
That's really funny. I feel like that
and they
person,
don't jump in time. It's 3 at a time.
That person definitely doesn't like understand how easy it is, probably because they've never seen Star Wars.
It's insane.
Just assume like there's just too much of a gap.
Like, not only are they numbered, not only is it 3 at a time, but they give you like 10 years in between each trilogy to mentally prepare. You know, it's
Right.
the easiest thing to keep track of.
Yeah, you should never complain about watching a movie like and not getting it.
Yeah,
'Cause it's just a movie. Like, you cannot like it.
and like you
But-
can't. I feel like you can't blame the movie for that. Something
Yeah.
like Star Wars, especially, that's so like well received.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta admit that it's your fault that you can't keep track of the years.
Yes.
You know, or
Yes.
the episodes.
So
So we both recently saw episode 8 of
Yeah.
Star Wars.
yeah, we wanted to talk about episode 8. This will probably be really short, just because we don't even know if
Honestly,
we'll release this. But
I've got a lot to say about it.
yeah, we have a lot to say. Alex and I love using this movie review app.
Yeah, actually, like
Have you been liking it?
I like it a lot.
Yeah. So
it makes me think like it makes me like enjoy watching movies. a
yeah,
lot
definitely. So shout out to my friend Matt, who's in the movies episode. Told us about this app called Letterboxd, which is letterboxed with a D and no E at the end.
Yep.
Just XD, right? E.
Yep. Yeah, just like the face,
And
just like the old school emoji.
and it's kind of fun because it's like a good way to keep track of all the films you review. Obviously, Alex and I are pretty into that because we single-handedly dominated Chris in the episode 50 hobby off.
True.
I'm pretty sure he was trying to get rid of movies from the get-go. So anyway, since we started watching movies, or like Alex just recently got on it, and I've been on it for like a little over a year, and I don't know, it makes you really like, it makes you kind of like a critic. I don't know, it's kind of
like
fun.
an amateur critic.
An amateur critic,
And it's
like,
fun, though.
Yeah, like as long as you don't take yourself seriously, it's nice to like write reviews, and I don't know. At least that's something that we like to do as like an actual hobby, not for the podcast.
So honestly, fans at home, you should get it and try to follow us.
Yeah, that would be kind of
That'd be
cool.
fun.
Actually, it asks for a website, and my website is
It does ask for a website?
Yeah, my website is the hobby, or I mean the podcast website.
I don't think I have a website on mine.
Yeah, you can check mine
I'll
because
have to put it in.
it's like, I was figuring if someone ever looks that into my Letterboxd profile, I have like 4 followers. If they ever look that far in, check out the
They'll be a new
podcast.
listener.
Maybe
That'd
you'll
be
like
cool.
it.
All right, let's get to
yeah.
Star Wars, for God's sake.
So all right, we're gonna get to Star Wars.
Episode
So
8.
we've both read each other's reviews, is I guess what I was getting at, and we both had some kind of similar opinions. So
Let's say what we gave it. I gave Star Wars Episode 8: The Last Jedi 3 out of 5 stars.
yes, and I gave it 3.5 out of 5. But I think it's safe to say that we were both underwhelmed.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. When I finished the movie, initially I was like, I liked that movie.
Mhm.
I think it was good.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, the more I thought about it, like, so already, as the saying goes, if it's good, it's good.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I was happy at the end. So I can't say, like, this was such a bad movie, blah, blah, blah. So, like, obviously they did just enough. So maybe there was, like, a net positive reaction or whatever.
Mhm.
But, like, the more I thought about it, I was like, how, like, this is a Star Wars movie. This is, like, one of the most
Yeah.
anticipated movies of the year. How did they, like, there's certain parts where it's like, how did they put this in? Or why didn't they do this? It's so easy. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
So, like,
I guess if we do
I
release
enjoyed
this,
it, but
we'll,
it certainly wasn't, like, I don't think it was good.
If we release this episode, we'll put that there's spoilers in the title because this is literally just like Alex and I have not been able to talk about this movie together, so we just wanted to just say that it's a big deal. I mean, everyone's got something to say about it, I'm sure. So
first things first. All right, how should we go about this?
Well, that's good. Like general opinion, yeah. For me,
what do you
I'll
think,
just
then?
say my general opinion. It was like there were many scenes at the beginning to like the first hour of the movie where I was just like, I cannot believe this is like a Star Wars movie. This is insane. This is as in bad.
Like what?
This is like
Give us some examples, 'cause I'm sure I would agree.
the Force walk through space.
Princess Leia.
Yeah, the Princess Leia.
Insane.
Yeah, the
insane. Like I understand the idea of that. If they wanted her to get blasted and then survive and then make it back, cool.
Yes.
Do it a better way than just like
oh my God,
floating like a ghost through space. It looked like a green screen basically.
Yeah,
you know?
it
looked so
very
bad.
ridiculous. It just didn't make any sense. Like. You're right. They could have done it like 50 different ways. They could have had her like hanging on the edge or something, and then falling off, and then using the force
and then
to
force
like, get
jump.
on. Yeah,
because I think this was
a force jump. That'd be cool.
This was one of the first times that like
Leia's demonstrated the
she
force.
really has used the force.
Yeah.
So this kind of made me mad about the character of Princess Leia.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so listen to this. She's Luke's twin sister, right?
Yeah.
Luke is this
Jedi Master.
Jedi Master, one of the most feared men in the galaxy, or respected, depending on what side of the Force you lay on.
Mm-hmm.
Leia never uses the Force. She just is a general. She should be at least close to Luke's level.
Yeah,
I'm not saying she has to be a Jedi.
You think Luke like never trained her? Like it looks like it, right?
I've certainly never trained her. There's no way.
That's so weird.
I just think she's just like a boring character, and she shouldn't be.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, that's true.
Now it does stink because obviously she's not going to be in the next movie much.
Yeah.
If she is at all. So maybe they would have done something else in the next movie, but I don't know. I just think when you think about, because Star Wars is all about like, I'm a member of this family. I'm related to these people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I have like this destiny in me. What's Princess Leia's destiny? Nothing. She's just like another person in the galaxy that happens to have the Force. I think they had so much more potential with her.
Yeah. That was a complaint.
And I understand with episode 7 not doing that because she wasn't in it too much. So that's fine. But this
Well,
episode,
that's why I said it was a bummer that it seemed like they had big plans for her in episode 9. So who knows what their real idea was. Another stuff that I didn't like was, you said this in your review, Alex, but I actually remember thinking at the movies like, this better not be a comedic moment, is when the anticipation when Luke meets Rey.
Oh my God!
I remember
this got
thinking
me so mad.
I remember thinking like because that's how the Force Awakens ends. Rey is meeting Luke, and it's really like intense.
The most anticipated thing since the end of episode 7.
And I remember thinking, I actually like while it was about to happen, I was like, if they turn this into a comedic moment, like that is so cheap. It's stupid.
So bad.
So of course they do. Like, oh, Luke throws the lightsaber and walks away. Like, ha ha ha.
He's
like,
trying to be Han Solo.
Yeah,
Han Solo was this like kind of like
that's a good point.
grumpy,
Yeah,
funny guy. Don't do that. You know.
it was just dumb. Like that was the first thing. Like
I know.
immediate sour note. I was like, I did not
agree
like that.
100%.
So I was like, I'll give it a chance. It'll get better. And I will say that the second half of the movie I thought actually was really well done. That like basically every scene since once Rey left the island, I thought it got a lot better.
I would agree with that. I mean, I did like the overall like story of
like
it.
it was
so I would
entertaining.
agree with that for sure.
And I actually liked the conflict on the rebel ship. Did you like that? Like like Poe's character.
Oh
and,
yeah,
like,
I like that. It was
I thought that was interesting. I thought
because I like that Poe was wrong.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I was like, all right, that's kind of
I
cool.
thought they'd probably make like, like dumb leader gets tricked by Poe and he was right the whole time. But
and
no.
then Princess Leia came out.
That was
nowhere,
good.
and that was pretty good.
Like that, I liked all that stuff. But overall, there were many, I guess, just weird things that my friends were just like, oh, it's fine. But I was like,
It's not,
I
some of it
don't
was
know
not.
about that. Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't bring up the milking scene.
The milking scene wasn't as egregious for me, but looking back on it, it was certainly pretty insane.
So I guess people have seen the episode
Yeah,
already.
they've all
It's the
seen
scene where Luke, I mean, you know what I'm talking about when I say the milking scene. Luke goes up to the thing. Now I get that blue milk was like a thing in the original trilogy, kind of.
Yeah.
So it's like a reference to that. But like, did they have to show him milking this beast and then taking such a gross, massive swig of it?
Yeah.
That's so weird. Like,
Yeah.
that's so strange to put that in because it's not even funny. It just made me uncomfortable.
Well, people laughed. They thought it was funny.
It's another cheap laugh. It's fine. It didn't like ruin the movie, but I was just like, who made that decision? You know?
Yeah, and like, okay, obviously, like, we're gonna be like a little harsh critics just because maybe that's our nature. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you really like movies, then typical blockbusters might not be like
Yeah,
your
yeah,
favorite
definitely.
thing. You know what I'm saying? However, like, I think that the stuff we've said so far are like literally like
Especially
first person should be like, yeah, let's not include that. You know?
Especially for a Star Wars.
Especially for
movie.
Star Wars movie.
Like,
Yeah.
They should
Let's
kind of
not have Leia float through space magically, like despite never
Like,
ever using the Force before. It's just like whoa.
It's got to be one of the most expensive Disney movies of the year, probably. So they had plenty of budget to use to, like, I don't know, rewrite or reshoot or like redesign all
Yeah,
these scenes that
yeah.
we're talking about. But they just were like, nah, this is
This
the
is
best
great,
we
this is
could
great.
do. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. That was like another big complaint I had. Or like not as big as you with the
Here's
milking scene.
one
but
that I had was, which I talked about in my review.
yeah.
Just the whole idea of General Snoke.
I was okay with General Snoke.
Reminded me of, like, it was like a worse Darth Maul, where like in episode 1, which I get no one likes, so whatever. Darth Maul is like introduced at the beginning, and we're like, dang, this guy's gonna be like a badass. This is awesome.
Yeah.
And then he's in like one scene and dies.
Yeah.
Same thing with General Snoke, where he's like teased in episode 7 as being like this awesome evil dude, and then like he just dies. And like, you're telling me Kylo Ren, who clearly is not a master of any Sith anything, like essentially Snoke was saying that he's like toying with Kylo and just using him, kills him? He's outsmarted by Kylo Ren?
Honestly,
Come on, think of a better way to do it.
I was okay with all that actually.
Really?
Yeah, like I liked that Snoke was kind of like a red herring. Like I get that, like, okay, maybe outsmarted by Kylo Ren, but I think that the point is like they wanted to make it a little different, right? Like
I get why they did it, and how like I liked how Kylo Ren did kill him, because it made me like think, dang, which way is Kylo Ren gonna go?
yeah.
I just think like I wish they did more with Snoke in episode 7. Then I just wish Snoke had more, because he's
He had
supposed
more
to be
of a
this,
character, yeah.
he's supposed to be this like huge villain.
Yeah, I agree with that, but like I thought it was I thought that was like the right kind of shock. Like, oh wow,
Yeah.
like they're
It was
really
good.
doing it.
It was a
However,
good kind of twist.
However, I guess I'm getting ahead of myself now, but I think that they could have reciprocated that later on and had Finn die in the canon thing, because
I really thought he was
I did
gonna.
too for a moment. I was like, there's a chance, like
Especially
this, is it. Like, wow.
this day and age, like after Game of Thrones
Yeah,
and these
yeah.
shows where it's like we have to get like a shock kill in.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, Finn is
Because
actually gonna die.
that would have
This
been
is
like
insane.
a really shocking one. But
Yeah.
I guess I'm not like upset that they didn't kill him, but like it still felt like
I think it would have made the movie a lot better.
I agree.
And I like
agree.
Finn. I
Same.
know in your review you said like you didn't like the Finn and Rose stuff.
No,
I didn't mind it. Like I
See,
think I
okay,
just
tell
like
me-
the character of Finn. So
I
was
like Finn
whatever
too,
he's doing, he's
but I
fine.
didn't like the. What I'm mostly with that is I really hated everything at the like casino. I did
I
not.
didn't like
I did
that
not
at
like
all.
that.
I
It
didn't
was
like
just
that at
weird.
all.
Like also like, oh, you meet this bounty hunter who's like a little sketchy, right?
I didn't like him.
And I actually did like him, but like you meet this guy. Oh, he's the code breaker. You end up in the same jail cell as him. How convenient.
Yeah, I know.
Let's just say, nah, we'll figure it out on our own. What are you doing? Just take this
know.
guy and go.
I know.
Like that was insane. What are you thinking? You have
See?
like a 6-hour time crunch.
It's such a lazy. I don't know. I feel like it was just a lazy Star Wars. Like they're like,
yeah, definitely.
they just happened to find this guy and they happened to get together in the same cell. I don't know. It was
Yeah.
weird. I didn't like the kiss at the end either with Rose
No,
and Finn.
that was stupid.
I was like, I don't need a love story.
Yeah,
Like, what
yeah.
are we gonna find out that they're brother and sister too, like Luke and Leia? Come on.
That'd
That'd be a good twist.
No, I just felt like that the Finn and Rose storyline was just didn't really go anywhere. Like I don't know.
I not essential, but I didn't mind it. I think
Yeah,
is what I'm
like
getting at.
I actually did like the bounty hunter part because I thought it added like this other layer of like, oh,
you mean the
know,
master code breaker or whatever?
Yeah, the
That's
master
what you
code
mean by the
breaker.
bounty
Yeah,
hunter?
that's what I
Okay.
call him. Like,
Just making sure.
because he just like said that like that, oh, this guy's selling to the rebels and the what are they called, the First Order, so it's just business. Blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
I
I
like
kind
that
of like
too.
that. That was like that's the truth, I guess. In
I wonder
a
if
lot
you
of
think he'll be back
societies.
at all in the next episode.
See, I was saying that I'm okay with them not bringing him back, but like it's a movie, so I'm sure
they
they'll
will.
bring him back. But like I thought that was a cool little like just like a one-off. Like here's what this universe is like. I don't know.
Star Wars doesn't do that.
Exactly.
They won't
Yeah,
do it.
they won't do that.
I mean,
and that's fine. That's fine too. But they don't need to. I think.
speaking of that, a one-off character that it could have been a great one-off character in episode 5 or I forget, Admiral Akbar. You said this in your review, which I instantly thought when it happened in the movie.
Agreed.
They just kill him off screen. One of the most. I feel like he's not. I'm not saying he's an important character in like the Star Wars universe, which he kind of is, I guess. He's an admiral, but like for Star Wars fans, he is an important character.
Yeah,
like,
that was
it's like a good joke. The Admiral Akbar stuff. They referenced it so they knew
they
that people would care.
Referenced it so that like people would say, like
like,
we
oh,
lost
no,
some
he's dead.
lives, including Admiral Akbar.
Yeah,
Like,
all right. So like
what do you-
show
like-
him dying or keep him alive.
I think they did
Come
show
on.
him dying. No,
I don't think they did. I think they just blew up his ship.
Yeah,
I could be
it would have
wrong.
been. It would have been.
But
a
either
gruesome
way,
death.
I think it was disrespectful to Akbar.
Yeah,
Not important though. I'm fine with that.
yeah.
Getting back to the part where I liked where Kylo Ren killed Snoke. I think the movie. I didn't really say this in my review because I didn't know how to say it.
Mhm.
So, the prequels are all about like Anakin figuring out that he's the chosen one and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then dealing with like where he's gonna go with the Force.
Mhm.
I think they could make a better prequels, but with Kylo Ren in these. Like, I wish they focused more on Kylo Ren and his like. He's clearly has all these struggles where like he's not sure if he should go with his family with Han Solo and Leia.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not sure if he should go with the Force. He killed Snoke. Like
Yeah.
he's an incredibly interesting character, but
I agree.
instead they're like, let's see what Rey and Luke are up
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Like,
Or like let's see what let's make Rey and Kylo Ren talk to each other.
oh yeah, right.
That was really annoying, and I think people like that too, which
no,
is
I
surprising.
don't like that.
But it's just like, okay, let's have, because I just hated that all the island scenes, like nothing was happening. It's just like
I know.
I'm conflicted, like, and like
I think they could have
I don't
done
know, it's just,
if this movie
Enough.
was just they didn't like sure they could have the space battle and whatnot, but they didn't talk about Rey and Luke.
No.
Luke was barely involved. If it was just Kylo Ren, like and Snoke and him like trying to figure out which way he's gonna go, Rey could still be in it a little bit. If it was just that, I think that'd be an awesome movie. It'd be so dark,
yeah, it would be interesting,
I
but
don't know, like that-
people would complain for sure. They have a lot of characters. They
I
have
know,
a lot
but
of
they
characters
shouldn't care
to deal
about
with.
that. Yeah, I know. I don't mean like cut them out entirely.
Yeah,
I just mean like
that there is
if that
more
was the-
interesting stuff that they could have explored, perhaps.
like Rey is the big character.
Well, I would say that I was super disappointed with like how they used Rey this episode.
She's
There's
so boring.
just
She doesn't do
nothing
anything.
happened. Like, yeah,
She's a master of the Force all of a sudden. Like at least in episode 4 or 5 with or in episode 5 with Luke, I think it was episode 5.
he was trained.
He
by
like goes
Yoda.
through struggles and learns how to use the Force.
Yeah.
This one like all of a sudden she can move every rock that's in the way,
Yeah,
which is fine, whatever. But like she didn't even go through any struggles to get there. Give me something. Am I even supposed to be on her side just because she is self-identifying as on the good side? I'm like, all right, I'll be with Rey. I feel like I have to see a character like go through like failure and then rise up to be like.
so that's why
dang,
you like
they deserve
Ben
it.
Solo, aka Kylo Ren.
I just like him as a character because I think he's interesting.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I guess the Rey stuff was maybe my biggest complaint because they're like championing her as they should. I think she's good. Like Daisy Ridley was really good actress for her.
She was good.
And like Rey's, I don't know, like
It's just the
like,
character. That's
like
not so
cool,
good.
like woman, like hero, like Wonder
Right.
Woman kind of like it's like this big
Right.
thing that's really popular now.
But is she a cool woman hero? Like,
Well, she should be, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
she should
they have every right to like champion her, but like there was nothing really going on.
I
And it's
know.
just like, all right, like
she did nothing. She was there for Luke's comic relief, basically.
yeah. And don't
I
even
did-
get me started on Luke.
I
but-
did like the fish creatures. When like she knocks down that
Yeah, yeah.
that stone thing and it
Wait,
smashes into
Someone
the
knocking
cart.
on my door. Oh no, just noises.
It's me using the Force.
Nice.
Like that part where she smashes the cart of those people. I laughed out loud. That was
Oh,
good.
really?
That was funny.
I thought that was funny. I thought that was good.
But still kind of out of place in a Star Wars
Yeah,
movie.
but it was
whatever.
fine. It was fine.
good.
They can have stuff. They can have some things like that, I guess. Oh, one other thing. I guess we can get to the good in a bit too. But one thing that I was bummed about as well. Yeah, no good. Is that R2D2 in it for like one scene.
Oh yeah, that's weird. That's because
Why
they
is he
only care about
replaced?
BB-8 now.
I'm sick of BB-8.
I'm sick of BB-8 too.
Oh, good.
You
everyone
said he
likes
was
BB-8.
overpowered.
He's overpowered. BB-8 is overpowered.
But
It's
that's
just
always
like,
that's been R2's deal too. Like he's just like a
yeah.
quick.
At least he's like slow. And
Yeah, that's true.
he got shot one time. Remember?
R2 was like a goofball. I
Yeah,
really like
yeah.
that.
Like BB-8 is just like insanely fast. Literally, like took control of a walker thing.
Yeah, you're right. That was weird.
Like what?
That was
R2
weird.
could just open doors. Like, good, he's a droid, but I don't know. And like C-3PO has always been my favorite droid
I
because
like
I think he's
C-3PO.
funny.
I liked at the
And,
end.
and I thought he was kind of underutilized too. But
I don't
what are you
think-
gonna do?
I
If,
think
they,
they're
if they're
trying to-
using more characters,
yeah,
then
I
it's
think they're
tough.
trying to get rid of them. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
There was something else I wanted to say. I forget what. Maybe it was about Rey. But whatever.
Yeah, just more R2 I think would have been good, and BB-8 is just like, I don't know. And like another thing is, like, I don't really like the whole like Poe and BB-8 like a kind of like a pet relationship kind of thing. Like, I don't really, I'm not very emotionally involved in that. Like that's kind of whatever.
Like he like was snuggling with
Yeah,
him in that one
it's
scene.
like-
That was a little weird.
but like my droid, you know, like all right.
I just don't understand. Like, I've never felt like attached to Poe. You know.
Yeah,
Finn we
I
saw-
like him. Finn I like better.
Finn we
definitely.
saw like break out,
Yeah, yeah.
and then so like I'm definitely on his side. I almost called her Daisy. Rey, clearly the main character.
Yeah.
Poe has always just been like kind of there for me.
Yeah,
like
that's
I understand
true.
they're like pitching him to me
It's
as
different.
like a main
It's
character.
different from like Luke, Han, and Leia, where it's
Right.
like they all have these kind of like things together.
He's just kind of like
He's
I don't
just
know,
like another guy,
He hasn't been
yeah.
like even in this episode, he had the chance to rise up and correct what they were doing wrong, but he was the wrong one. So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I don't
Maybe
not that I'm.
he'll
against
probably
it.
get a bigger role with the absence of Leia next episode.
Yeah,
so
you're probably
that,
right.
That could be good for him.
Oh yeah, now I remember.
All right, nice.
I know we disagreed with this because in your review
Mhm.
you said you like that they made Rey's parents were just nobodies.
I did like that. Yeah.
I think that contradicts all of Star Wars.
Well, who are they gonna make it?
I
then?
know. I don't
Like-
know because it would have been lame if it was Luke. Would have been lame if she's like brothers with Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but like
So then
Star
it's-
Wars has always been about like this is my lineage. Now I have to see
all
like
right,
where
then,
that
then,
takes
then
me.
there probably is something, but
Yeah,
it's
I'm
it's
guessing
probably
the
like-
next one they will, but it's
you know
probably
what?
going to be lame.
maybe she's Yoda's granddaughter.
Dang, that'd be cool. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. I didn't like Yoda.
Oh, I was so pumped with Yoda. How did you not like that?
This is why. Because before the episode, I was talking to my friend, and I was like, "All right," because they were going to go a couple days before me. And I was texting, and I was like, "Let me know how it is, but don't give me any spoilers."
Mhm.
I was like, for example, don't say, "Oh my God, I can't believe Zombie Yoda came back as a Sith." Because I was joking, thinking obviously Yoda's not going to be in this episode.
Uh-huh.
That would be ridiculous. Then I'm watching it. Next thing I see is Yoda in the episode.
Oh, they didn't spoil it for you though.
No, they didn't spoil that. But like,
Good.
I brought it up because it was like, oh, that's ridiculous. They would
Yeah.
never put Yoda back in this
No,
episode.
it was great. It was great.
It was fine. I just was taken aback by it. I
Oh,
guess.
come on.
But I did like that he was old Yoda
Yeah.
because
It wasn't like the
it wasn't like the CGI
prequel
one.
Yoda. Yeah.
Because that's how Luke knows him.
Yeah,
You know, as an
that's
old
true.
man Yoda.
That's
And
true,
I
yeah.
like that. And he was a little crazy. Like
Yeah,
the
same
original.
thing. Yeah, it was. I thought that was really good, and I also liked how I liked. I said I liked the second half a good amount, but I did like the I liked the Finn battle. I guess on the Empire ship there when the lady put the
Oh,
thing into
that's-
light speed.
That's another thing is that massive stormtrooper, the silver one.
Yeah,
They like market her as like one of the main characters. This is the only episode she really did anything, and she did almost nothing. Like she's in all the interviews. That girl from Game of
Really?
Thrones, you know who I'm talking about? She's like
No.
that really tall blonde girl. I don't know her name.
she's the actress.
She's great in Game of Thrones, and she was. I guess she was fine in this movie, but like
Yeah.
that character is so it did nothing in episode 7, and it had basically one scene in this movie, and then it was dead. I
Yeah.
assume dead, maybe not.
Nah, I think so.
I'm confused from not as the. It's fine to do in the movie, just like from the
yeah,
marketing.
but like
of Star
okay, but
Wars
like
standpoint.
what about like Jabba the Hutt or something? You know, what's he done? He's in it for like 2 scenes.
I know. I guess it's just different now because like they marketed it way beforehand as like she's in all the interviews, all this. So I was expecting.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
guess.
I don't
I'm just-
think-
I'm
I
more
don't think-
confused.
I don't think Jabba the Hutt was in any interviews. Probably
Probably not.
still too busy on his planet.
All right. One more thing I didn't like, which I guess I don't know if I didn't like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it. I don't like how they called it The Last Jedi.
Why?
I think that's cheap because it made me think either Luke is gonna die or Rey is gonna. I don't know. I guess Luke did die at the end, so maybe that's true. I don't know. I just felt like it made that battle scene like it made like the twist of Luke not being there better in a bad way, like in a cheap way. I don't know. I feel like they were playing with my emotions, and I feel
I
violated.
really like the
I
end
feel
scene.
violated.
Like no,
I liked it. I liked it a ton, but like I don't know. I feel like they used me when they called it The Last Jedi. You know what I mean?
no, I actually don't know what you mean.
I don't know.
What
I
do you
feel-
mean? Like you think that they spoiled that Luke was going to die? I didn't think that.
No. I don't know how to explain it. Like when Kylo Ren was like, then she'll be the last Jedi or whatever. It's like, oh, now he's gonna kill Luke, but Luke wasn't there, so I was like, all right, well, I had that in my mind already. That's why I mean, I don't know if I'm
Actually,
really unhappy with it. I just think they tricked me.
I think I might have docked the movie a whole star if Luke was actually there and he died the way like Obi-Wan did in episode 4.
I would agree with that.
I would have been like, that is such cheap, like insane, you know. But I like the way that they did it.
That was probably my favorite part.
He tricked him. Yeah, me too, and that was nice.
Especially because like the whole like they showed that Luke was like kind of flawed, like how he I don't know, thought that Kylo Ren was doing this one thing, and so they kind of showed that it was somewhat Luke's fault that Kylo Ren.
I really like that. I thought they
I like that a lot
they did
too.
a really good job with.
So
the
this whole
backstory.
time I was like,
right, like most of the Kylo Ren stuff was pretty good. You're right, except for the conversations.
Yeah,
and the shirtless part.
In the shirtless part for sure. So not important.
Yeah.
So this whole time I'm thinking like, dang, maybe Luke like during the original trilogy, Yoda was always like, Luke never finished his training. Maybe he's not strong enough.
Mm-hmm.
So now I was like, maybe Luke like isn't as strong of a Jedi as we think he is.
Yeah.
But then seeing that he like clearly had mastered the Force by like, no one has used the Force to do that before.
No
so I was
way.
like, dang, all right, Luke is awesome. That's so good. I don't know. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
And I liked how C3. I think. Did you notice how C3PO was like, Master Luke? Like he didn't show him. He didn't like really embrace him. And I was like, dang, I think C3PO knows that he's not really there.
Really?
Because like when, I don't know, when C3PO, in episode 7, I feel like when C3PO saw Han, I forget who it was, he was like, yeah, Han. No, obviously not like that, but he's like, yeah, Han
I
Solo.
kind of remember that, yeah.
And this episode, he's just like, Master Luke. I was like, that I didn't think anything was up there, but when I saw that Luke was dead and was a ghost, I was like, C3PO, you dog, you know.
I did think it was
could
really
be wrong
cool
about that.
seeing like Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher in the same room again. Like after the many years, it was definitely cool.
Even though they weren't really, because he was a ghost.
Well, the actors.
I heard he used the Force the whole time.
It was cool. Like that was just like.
All right, so now we're talking about the stuff we like.
That was beyond Star Wars. That was like an epic. Like wow, that is. Just,
that was just
that's
nice.
just like a transcendent moment.
Heartwarming.
Kind of. Yeah.
So I guess I liked. You're right. After they left the island,
it got better.
Especially after once Rey and Kylo and Snoke were together.
I agree.
From there
that was
on,
good.
I was like, this is a good movie.
Yeah,
I
same.
do wish there were more lightsaber battles, to be honest. Like the lightsaber battle between Rey and Kylo.
That was
or Rey and Kylo and the
that was good.
minions.
Yeah.
Was good, but I was like, it's not really lightsaber.
more.
It's not like what I want in Star Wars.
Yeah.
But that's all right. Maybe they're building up for a big one in episode 9.
You are a verbal hater of The Force Awakens, correct?
I'm not. Yeah, I don't know if I'm a hater,
And
but
I like that one. I thought it was significantly better.
You thought Force Awakens was better than The Last Jedi?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I disagree with that.
Yeah. So like I feel like
but
that's
it's more
interesting
like
that we have similar opinions here.
I guess there's worse stuff in like The Last Jedi is probably a worse movie.
Mm-hmm.
But like The Force Awakens, the whole time I was never like, ooh. I was always like, oh yeah, obviously that's gonna happen. You know, it was like kind of predictable. I feel like. But maybe that's good. Maybe obviously they were probably aiming for that because the prequels got so much hate they didn't want to make another prequel.
Yeah.
But so in episode 8, I was going in thinking like, all right, it's gonna be a predictable movie like episode 7, and it wasn't. So I was like,
that was nice.
Right,
that's
good.
Yeah, I admire that they tried to do some original things, but like I was saying earlier in this episode, like how can you keep in that milking scene? How can you keep in the
that's what I mean.
Leia floating
It's
through
a
space? Like where's the thought process thinking like this is a good idea.
Right.
Let's throw this in.
I know.
I don't know.
That's why I mean it's a worse movie, but like for some reason I enjoyed it more.
What did you think of? Did you see Rogue One?
I saw it. I did see it.
What do you think of Rogue One?
I fell asleep the first time I was watching it.
Oh really?
But those dang theater seats, man, they're too comfortable.
This is unpopular opinion, but I really liked Rogue One.
Yeah,
Rogue One was my favorite of the 3.
Really?
Even though it's not like the same chronology or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah. I thought it was good.
Yeah, it was nothing special to me.
Maybe if I saw Force Awakens again, I would like that better. But I liked Rogue One.
I would have to see Rogue One again because I did watch it again.
Yeah,
separate from the time I fell asleep.
I remember I didn't even like. There were a lot of things I didn't like about Rogue One, but it was way more enjoyable to watch for me than this.
I guess it is like
most recent
it is a
movie.
cool, interesting story. I really like the end where they were like running through and Darth Vader was chasing them, and it made me feel like dang, this is like what they went through to get to episode 4. It's so interesting. Here's one more thing I liked, but this might be controversial.
Mm-hmm.
The Porgs, baby.
Yeah, I did not like the
Oh,
Porgs.
I was pleasantly surprised. I went in thinking like, dang, this is Star Wars now. This is gonna be so lame. I love the Porgs.
Okay, yeah. I guess
I
I
really
was
didn't love
like,
them, but
I
I
was
did
a little
like
bit
them.
of a Scrooge with them. But like,
At
when
first,
you
I
reduce
didn't like
Chewie's
them.
character to like mom for the Porgs, you know,
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
funny. I like it.
or dad, whatever. It's just like come on.
Yeah, I get that.
But like, I guess I'm more old school where like, personally, like, okay, who do I like? Yeah, like BB-8. I don't know, like Poe, maybe Rose, even. Just like, I'd rather see like R2D2, C3PO,
Yeah,
and like
I know, it's just
Leia,
not-
like
it-
way more than
it's not
those
coming.
guys. But
It's
it's
not coming.
definitely not happening.
Do you
so.
think they'll ever kill off C-3PO?
I hope not.
Dang, that'd be crazy, right?
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
man.
he's like, I remember when
He could easily get
we were
shot.
kids, like there was like big trivia, like there are 4 Star Wars characters in all 6
In every
movies. Who are they? Do you know them actually? Try.
Okay,
nice.
Yoda,
Mm-hmm.
C-3PO,
Yep.
R2D2.
Yeah.
It's not Luke. Oh, Ben Kenobi. Is he in Episode 6?
No, he's not in Episode 5. I think.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Uh,
There's another one.
Is this a tough one?
No, it's not. It's like tougher in the sense that like
I was gonna say Darth Vader. Oh wait, yeah, I guess Anakin.
Yeah,
right.
exactly,
I'm thinking
yeah.
of the four, like
because
the
he
new ones.
changes. But yeah, Anakin is in all 6. So yeah, it's Anakin, Yoda, R2D2, and C3PO. And now we did get a Yoda appearance, but he was not in Force Awakens, unfortunately.
I know.
Probably the right choice, but still.
Dang.
And obviously no Darth Vader. So and now it's just R2 and C3PO.
They didn't show Darth Vader's mask in Episode 7.
That's true.
So he was almost.
He wasn't
I
in
would-
this one though.
I would count it. This one maybe in the background.
He wasn't
Maybe
there.
Anakin was lurking in the background.
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like we need to give the movie a little more credit, but
there were. I mean, I ended off saying I liked the movie.
Yeah.
So like, I can't fault it that much because
yeah,
that's what a movie's supposed to do. I'm supposed to enjoy it, and I did enjoy it. It's just
I
like,
agree.
come on. There's so much that they could have fixed.
it seemed like
Like, the
okay,
more
like
I think about it-
imagine like hearing like, oh, The Force Awakens was so safe. Like, oh, all right, you want to see like a not safe movie that still follows all these blockbuster tropes? That's what The Last Jedi
I
is,
guess you're
you know?
right. Like,
There's nothing
You're right.
really risky about it, but it was it tried to be original, and like for the most part it succeeded.
Yeah,
I
but
just think
it's
that
just a
its
bad
missteps were like very prominent
Yeah.
and like a big deal.
I guess it's making me respect The Last Jedi more.
yeah,
Like it was smart of them because if this was the first one that they came out with,
that's
like
true.
I said in my review, the milking scene was Jar Jar level, and that's what people are most insulted by in the prequels. I would say, at least Episode
Yeah.
1. So if they saw that,
One of my friends was still thinking that they're gonna bring back the Darth Jar Jar theory. We talked about that
I
on the
love
podcast.
that. I love that.
That he was like, not before this episode. He was like, yeah, they had Gungan masks in the Force Awakens. I was like, dude, there's no way.
I think
that
I honestly
Snoke is Jar Jar Binks. I'm sorry.
think Jar Jar is a little overhated.
Oh yeah,
I don't- I don't-
overrated. No,
No, certainly not.
overrated.
I think he's not probably a bad decision,
Mm-hmm.
but come on, it's a kids movie. Like the jokes they make, if they're gonna keep making jokes in this one, that's the same idea that they were going for with
Yeah,
Jar Jar.
yeah.
Just very poorly executed.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. I guess I did back to the Porgs. I guess I was fine with them.
Certainly a better Jar Jar.
Yeah.
If that's what they were going for.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I don't know. It's just like
Or what would you say your favorite? All right, here's another thing that I
Mm.
don't like. You know that fun fact that's always going around the internet where they're like, "Fun fact alert!" You know they never said the word Ewok in Star Wars.
really.
Did you know that?
No.
I think they're going for the same thing with the Porgs because they never said Porgs.
They never said it.
And
yeah.
they're going to be like, we got you guys again. We never said porgs. But you know what? You heard it here first. I'm on to you, J.J. Abrams. You jerk.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
All right,
but-
who would you say is your favorite? What is your favorite Star Wars creature then?
my first thought was probably Wookiees, but I don't know.
What's Jabba?
I don't know.
Slugman?
Probably Slugman. What about that thing? That
You know what? All right, sorry. Go on.
No, I was just thinking that thing in Jabba's dungeon. That guy's kind of cool.
The guy with like the white stuff, or the small guy?
No.
Who?
No.
The Rancor.
Yeah,
The
Rancor.
Rancor is
Yeah,
pretty good.
Rancor. Yeah.
Yeah. See, like, dang, that Rancor scene is cool.
That's
You
what I'm
know?
thinking. Like, there's nothing like, I don't know. This is minor too, but remember like when they would go to like Jabba's place and like they would say something, and then there'd be like those background guys like in that bar. They're like,
Yeah,
and
there's
they'd be like,
nothing like
"Whoa,"
that.
you know, and they'd laugh and
I
they'd have like
know.
these crazy laughs. There's nothing like that.
There really is.
If they tried to make the casino thing, that was bad. That was really poor execution of that.
You know what the thing is? When Star Wars first started, it's gonna make me sound like a jerk.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like part of its charm was that it was like a weird sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
They're not trying to make a weird sci-fi movie anymore. They're trying to make a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Just try to make a weird sci-fi movie, and it doesn't have to be like it was like weird was in the 1980s or whatever.
Yeah.
It could be what's weird now, but try to do something a little different. You know?
Yeah.
That'll bring some charm back to it. Like you're right. Those people behind Jabba that were like, "Wee!"
Yeah. Yeah, that's
like
exactly what I'm
that's so
saying.
cool. That
They
makes
were really
me like
funny.
the original trilogy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's nothing like that. I mean, I guess the Master Codebreaker like had a weird accent,
Yeah, but
but that's not the same.
it's different. Yeah, it's certainly different.
I don't know. Just the more you say stuff like this, it makes me like really.
That's
not
the thing. Like
that,
my
'cause-
friend was like, he's like, oh yeah, that was the best Star Wars movie, and I'm like, really? Like, and he was like, well, I went back and watched the original trilogies, and like they don't hold up, like they don't age well, and like I was like, all right, maybe he has a point, but like they definitely like I can understand them being like, okay, well, this is kind of like weird and old movie style, like right, old movies are a little weirder in general, but
Right.
like.
I
Like
just think
what we're
there's
just saying, we're like reminiscing on like these like
there's like a
interesting
certain
characters,
charm to it.
exactly, like interesting universe that it built.
I would argue that even the prequels, which it's probably overhated, but universally
Yeah.
disliked, have more like we're gonna take a risk and put some weird stuff in there.
Yeah,
You
definitely,
know?
definitely, yes.
They
yes.
have like, I don't know, like. Was there even a moment in this episode where someone was speaking a different language and the other person was speaking English? You know how like when
yeah,
when Han Solo talks to Jabba, he goes, "Oh, ba 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 Solo, ha ha ha," and then Han Solo talks back in English. I think that's a staple of Star Wars.
that only happened with Chewbacca.
Doesn't count.
Ray talked to Chewbacca. Remember, it was like a big moment.
Was
like,
it a
you know,
laugh
and if
track
you,
one?
No, it was like if you see Finn, tell him.
Oh yeah.
And then,
Ooh,
like,
yeah. Tell him that is a laugh
tell him
track one.
that. Oh, that was good. That was cute.
Chewbacca doesn't count. But you know what I mean? There's no like, even the original trilogies had like Anakin talking to his weird friends, and they were talking different languages.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the weird stuff I want.
That's the charm.
And
That's
they're
the charm.
trying to make like the
That's crazy, dude. I didn't even like realize that this I feel like is the biggest thing that like only talking with you now I've unlocked that I was missing in this Star Wars.
Right?
Is that like there's no like
I think that might be why I don't like Episode 7 too.
yeah,
It's
like
it
what
doesn't
what
feel like
made it really Star Wars?
It feels like a Star Wars movie made by like a machine. Where,
Yeah.
like, we're gonna take the
Yeah,
big parts
here's
of
the
Star Wars,
formulas, yeah.
but like you need like the small stuff. You need that. I don't know what else to call it. You know, maybe it's George Lucas. Maybe he didn't have enough of a say in these ones. You know,
that is something that
I don't
people
know
would
if it's
not.
true.
Yeah, no, like I don't know.
But
George
like-
Lucas gets a lot of hate, is what I'm saying.
I know,
but
because
like
of the
I
prequels.
think you're right.
But
I
there's
think you're
parts
right.
of the prequels that I like. Overall, obviously,
Yeah.
they're probably not good movies.
Yeah.
But there's parts of the prequels that I do like because they're Star Wars. They're characteristics of Star Wars that they did not put into this one. They don't even reference the prequels in these ones. Say, "Oh, I can't believe brave soldier Jar Jar died that day." Say something like that. They reference everything else. Two sons, the blue milk.
Yeah.
You know, they don't
Maybe.
really. I don't really care about the prequels.
Maybe people
They don't
wanna
have to
forget
reference
about, yeah, the prequels are just they're trying to make people forget.
I think if the prequels didn't happen,
These would
be better. They would.
They'd be
these
better?
Would, these if they were remaking them without the prequels in existence, they would do stuff that's more.
Wait, say that again. Remaking what?
Okay, so prequels never existed. It's
Yeah.
2016. No, when did the first one come out?
15.
2015. It's 2015. Episode 7's coming out. It's a completely different movie now because the prequels don't exist in our universe anymore. So they're going to be like, all right, let's put in a little do 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 do. You know, they're going to take these
They would have
risks.
taken. Okay, that's what you're saying.
But now because the prequels were so bad, they're like, dang, we
Gotta
can't do
play it
another
safe.
prequels. Let's
Yeah.
play it safe, and that's ruining it. You know,
Yeah. No, that's a good.
But
that makes sense.
if the prequels didn't exist and these movies came out the way they are now, they would be hated like the prequels.
That's
Maybe
what
not
that's what I
episode
was
7,
thinking,
I guess, but episode 8 probably would. Even though I said I liked episode 8 more. Now
I don't
I'm
know.
questioning myself.
Basically, yeah, I think still enjoyable, but another thing is like I just think they needed more Finn and Rey. Like I said
Yeah,
this in
I-
my review,
I kind of agree
I
with
really
that.
hate when movies just scatter all their main characters and
Yeah.
have them do like side quests, and then at the end they all meet. You know,
Yeah, I would
that's
agree
a
with
cop
that.
out for a second movie. Like It's
That's
all
true.
build up for the next movie. It's not a real. It's just stupid. Like they probably like. Remember the Hunger Games movies? How they did that. They
I don't know
the
if
third.
I saw them.
Well, I didn't end up seeing the last two, but I read the books, and the third book they split into 2 movies just to make money.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you can't do that. That is so stupid. I'm sure it just because the books were written like this is one book. If you
Yeah.
try to split up one, like the Hobbit,
Right.
the Hobbit movies, right? Try to split them up, they're just dry.
I've heard episode 9 is going to be its own trilogy.
Whoa,
Yeah, insane, right? 9A, 9B, and 9C.
that'd be crazy. Oh,
Oh, here we
jeez.
go.
Oh yeah, that
Wait,
was
text messages from George Lucas.
yeah. He agrees. He wants the prequels back.
Yeah, can't believe. Bring back Jar Jar.
All right.
But really,
All right, I think we're good.
I think
right?
we talked about it. But I do want to say, like, if you're a Star Wars fan, see the movie. You're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
enjoy it enough. Like, it is still Star Wars.
it's
You
good.
just gotta. Some people refuse to acknowledge the flaws of things.
I guess like if
when
you
they-
have different opinions than us, then like tell us where we went wrong because
yeah, I'm
most
interested
of
in
my
it.
friends when I would say like something like this, they'd be like, "Yeah, but it was fine because like it led to the," and I'd be like, "I don't know," you
I
know,
know.
like the forced conversations. I'd be like, "Yeah, it was fine because like it led to Kylo Ren's like struggle." It's like, yeah, that's like
I don't
that's such a
even think it
cop out.
did.
They're on like another planet.
I
Like,
did like how Snoke said that he was doing.
I
this.
like that too,
That was
actually.
cool. So
I like that
I like
too.
the conversation because of that. But that's another reason why I was like,
oh, this guy needs more.
and yeah, no, I was like, and Kylo Ren like tricked this dude. Snoke clearly is like playing with Kylo Ren. You know, Kylo Ren is essentially like Episode 1 Anakin to Snoke right now.
Right, but like, well, it made sense. He said like, he's like, and then I see you moving the lightsaber and like strike down your true
I
enemy.
know, but
like,
his eyes were. Why would his eyes be closed? It just was so weird. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm okay with Kylo Ren killing Snoke. I just feel like they could have done it a better way.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe not.
All right. Well,
And I guess this is what they want. But Kylo Ren, I didn't like how they were calling him Supreme Leader. He's still like, he hasn't even mastered the Sith arts, for Christ's sake. You
after
know?
Snoke died, they call him Supreme Leader.
Yeah, that one dude.
Hux.
Yeah, he's like, "Ooh, what do you want to do, Supreme Leader?" I was like, he's like, but I think that's what they want.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be like angsty and probably not comfortable in his position.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel like they don't have like that good villain like that Star Wars needs right now.
All right.
Even though I like Kylo Ren as a character.
Yeah, we'll see. It's interesting to see what they'll do for Episode 9 now that Leia won't probably not be around that much. If they try to CGI her, that would be interesting.
They didn't CGI her in this one, right?
No, they didn't.
I
I was
thought that was-
surprised.
yeah, I was surprised
They
too.
must have filmed it all before. But like the difference that they strayed from the originals is that the Palpatine character Snoke is gone now, and now Darth Vader is
know.
still alive. Well, as in,
Honestly,
analogous to Kylo Ren, is still like, is he going to be like the big villain? Is Hux going to be the big villain?
I
Like,
know. Do you think they'll
if
introduce
Kylo
someone
Ren
else?
turns, then there's no battle. It's just that's it, right?
I hope it's not Hux. I didn't like him too much, to be honest.
I think it'll because
like, not a
right the other
villain.
stormtrooper lady died, so it's probably going to be Kylo Ren. I'd be okay if Kylo Ren doesn't turn good, even though I'm sure he will in the end. But
Well,
like,
I
I think it'd be
don't
a
know.
cool twist if like he was just a.
They need balance to the
Tattered
Force.
man.
So what's right now? There's one Jedi and one Sith.
Mhm.
So what's it going to be? They both die? Probably not.
No,
But what's it going to be?
probably
two
a
Siths
probably a flip
or
flop.
two Jedi? That'd be cool.
There's no way that'll happen.
I don't know. I've heard theories of like someone's theory for this movie was that
Mhm.
like, well, I'll say this quick because I know we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, that's right.
Was that like Luke realized that the fact that Jedi were in existence was what makes the Sith in existence. Like if you try
Okay.
to go to one extreme, other people are gonna go to the other
Yeah.
extreme. So his like job was gonna be to like try to convince Rey that she shouldn't be a Jedi. She should go more towards the middle, and hopefully Kylo. I don't know. I think that would be interesting
Yeah.
if they did something like that.
Did you hear
but-
that? I actually saw this in like the Facebook like article or like the news section. But Mark Hamill said that like he disagreed with the like Ryan
I did.
Johnson's decisions.
I think I read a headline of that, but
Yeah,
Did
so
he-
like he said that like it was like in the interview he was pretty passionate. He was like, this is not what Luke would do. Like Jedis don't give up. It was really cool like hearing him
Wait,
be
wh-
like really passionate.
like when
no, just like saying like saying he wouldn't train Rey and that
Oh,
he
right.
like he messed up with Ben Solo and would go to exile. Like he was saying like there's no way Luke would do that.
Oh,
Like
that's interesting.
and
but,
I feel like that's kind of true, but like I can't complain too much. Like I don't think that Luke's character was a weak point in the movie. Is
I
what
don't
I'd
know.
say.
I could I
get what
don't
he's
know
saying,
if I
but
agree with them
there's
because
plenty
like,
there's plenty of other things that I thought were worse.
in episode 4, I feel like Obi-Wan was like hesitant to train Luke because he knew what happened with Anakin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He still trained him though, so maybe not.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. All right, I think we're good. We could go on, but
Yeah, we'll see you guys in episode 9.
that'll be good. Hopefully we can get Chris to watch, man. That guy.
I know, what a
I don't
fool.
know what's wrong with him these days. He'll probably never listen to this, right? This will mean nothing to him. This will be complete jargon for Chris.
He's gonna text us, "Hey guys, I'm Snoke now."
All right, cool. So
Let us know what you think.
yeah,
Email in
Email
at
in.
needahobbypod@gmail.com. I'll be interested to hear.
yeah. If you guys have similar opinions, different opinions, we'd love to hear. Because this movie is pretty, it's a big thing. It's like I don't know. It's just like a thing. Even if I don't know how Chris has avoided it for this long, but
I know.
you see Star Wars.
He did tell me,
if
he's
you
like,
haven't watched it.
He's like, you know what, Alex? I just don't understand the order of them. Some are in the present, some are in the past, the future. It's like, Chris, they're numbered for God's sakes.
Crazy.
That's right. All right. See you guys next episode.